We are recording. So, not really much to talk about right now in regards to ES. I don't know if I'm nervous right now because my daughter's here. Nah, you're good. Don't be nervous. All right. But, okay, we have a visual of ES here. Levels are still intact. Now we're currently trading above 2964.11. Very important level. Targeting 3070. Upper gray bar here. Give you guys a better visual with a monthly, actually not even a weekly. I'll do a daily chart. Daily actually better than the weekly chart is. Okay, so here's our daily. Get rid of this little VWAP thing. Open study, open interest. Let's remove that. Nice solid candle, nice bull flag breakout. It's funny, people are saying this wasn't a bull flag. But next level is 3070. My target for 3042. Should happen this week. Still, again, a little early, but we were trading it perfectly still. Should have bought even more. Should have actually bought some 305 with at least 2 weeks out, 2 weeks ago. But other than that, this is actually perfect. We should see at least red bar in a couple of weeks. I don't see why not. Now we're going to jump into our cores. We have PEP and we have AMT. I want to go over PEP. PEP was really tricky Friday. And the funny part is they waited till end of day, like literally end of day to actually get it to move. And it was funny because I just kept watching it, and it was just rejecting 14, rejecting 14, rejecting 14. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to see what happens Friday. Friday, that's when I'm going to take some size. So I took some size. I did an extension. I'm going to remove this one. So here I did an extension. I did it from this low here. Bring it up to the 30 SMA, which was a rejection point. Came right back down to this low here around 12 o'clock where it bottomed at. Usually bottoms always between 12 and 1, Pepsi, all the time. Actually between 11:30 to 12:30. That's when it usually bottoms. And then look what we hit. 130.56 into the close right there. Targeting 131.74, 132.90, and this is actually a 30-minute chart, so you get a bigger picture on the actual H4 or the daily. So here's a H4. Nice vacuum starting. This is going to be a piece of cake if this holds here too. I like the way this candle is setting up as well. Should be a big move going into tomorrow. Targeting 138. 59 above 134.19. I want to take profit, but I definitely, if we gap up, that's going to be what's going to be interesting. I'm thinking we're going to see around 132 to open. I mean, if we open flat on PEP, I would love it. I'd be happy with that as well. So you can see this level 129.80 here held well, and I just kept adding. I was adding all Friday. But I was doing like 10 lots, 20 lots. Every time I felt like it's going to take off, that's when I size. That's when I do like 20 lots as opposed to 5 or 10 lots, AKA contracts. And then I kept getting faked out. And then towards the end, when I was watching the 15 and the 30, I was like, okay, now they're going to let it run here. And that's when they started letting it run. This is the buy level, 129.80, 129.80, target 134.19. Take half off there. Next target, 138.59. I'm still pro 150. That is my target for this year for Pepsi. Very constructive chart. Here's a weekly. These are your levels, and these are all the levels you need. You don't need anything other than these levels. Now, depending on how tomorrow reacts, I mean, they did very well by closing it at the 14 SMA. I like that. So we can open flat, either 129.80, and then we engulf this week, or at least retest last week's high of 137. That'll be perfect for us. We have 2 weeks till our basically contracts expire. So our position expires. So that's awesome. Some have even more time than 2 weeks. Next up, AMT, which was a beautiful Lotto Friday. I actually spoke to D about this, and I also told you guys I had a core play for us, and this was the core play. The issue Friday, and if for many of us, was TOS. Why does it affect me, even though I execute on E-Trade and Chase? Is because if TOS is showing, well, if TOS is acting up, and I'm in E-Trade, E-Trade actually started lagging as well. Chase, it shows spreads. It doesn't really show, it wasn't showing much. It was just showing what was the ask. It was showing what was the bid. It wasn't showing what was mid. Usually Chase always shows me what's mid. And when it shows me what mid is, I usually buy above mid because sometimes that's just the point that's there. So for AMT, the target was to play 230s at open. We could have got those at 50 cents. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even lying or anything like that of any sort. The ask was 110 upon open. Came down to about 90 cents. I was bidding 40 and 50 cents. That's when it popped $2. And then that's when I paid the 120. Levels are intact at 240.96 closing above. I like it. Targeting 260. New all-time highs. I want to see 280, 281, 281.86. We got time on that too for our June calls. I just feel like this one is perfect. Look at that. And then whatever comes tomorrow, I don't even do chart comparisons like SPY to AMT. So if SPY's up this day, AMT would be up this day. But AMT did its own thing Friday, which was awesome. And they did a perfect job with that. So levels remain in play. Take some off. We're already up 300% on our core. Well, 200 plus. Take some off. Ride the rest. This daily candle here was beautiful. Definitely looking for a continuation. Vacuum to the 30, closed above the 30 and the 14. You could have took the 234s Friday. You could have took the 240s Friday. They just all worked out. So I see like a little channel coming here. Yeah. There we go. It's my channel for it. Nice flag. Target. Main target is not 261.55. Main target is actually double bars. That overhead, those double bars overhead. I want to see how this plays out. But overall, I love this. It looks like a discombobulated inverse head and shoulders. Using the 228.24 blue bar as your right shoulder. And then same thing on the left side as well. And then the lows for this year would be your head. Or it looks even like a cup and handle too. I want to see a break above 261.55. That's my target. If we can get there this week, that's going to be crazy bullish. But after that Friday move, and then you look at the weekly chart. See, the weekly chart has a continuation to it because it's a hammer, not an engulfing. Engulfing charts like candles, like I told you guys, expect the inside week, or like, for instance, boom, 4-6 in April, right? They had this engulfing, after this big move, it was an engulfing candle, and then they went inside. But it kept going inside. It's, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inside weeks. And you guys know what happens. When you break out of an inside week, game on. I just like how it works with the, hold on, let's get rid of this. Okay, baby? Okay. Put your iPad. Check it now. See that purple, get above 261? So we got the hammer. I want to see a big move this week. I want to see us literally get above, what is this, 4-6, that week of 4-6 of April 6. We should be testing that this week, that high. So around 260 should be happening this week. I'm going to take some 260 call lottos to open this week, just in case. Maybe even 250s. No, 260 would make more sense. 250s are about 8 points. So that's like, I mean, for a short week, I mean, it needs an explosive move, but we're already having that big move happen right now as we speak. I want to do a 2x2 also because I just want to see something with SPY. This is a weekly, right? Okay, so we have a weekly. Just want to see something real quick. All right, much better. So let's do SPY at the top, AMT at the bottom. I know you're excited for the what I have to talk about. All right, so this is AMT. I need a weekly chart. I just want to do a side by side so we know that, and then that. Get rid of this. I can just clean this up. I shouldn't have did that, but I'll fix that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, AMT was not even caring about SPY. AMT's after this low here, 3 big weeks, then went inside for 6 weeks. We have to get outside, so we need to break out of 259.61. We break above that, we go outside. Should happen this week. I want to see an open at 240 though. We test that purple bar and then just take off from there. Target is 261.55. Honestly, I might unload some PEP tomorrow and put that profit into more of the AMTs that we currently have. I'm not even gonna lie. For those 257.50s this week, I mean, if the 260s hit this week, we should be seeing at least $11 per contract. If we can get to 260 this week. So that's about, we got in Friday, a week, 500 to 1,000% in 7 days, trading days. Well, less than that because Monday didn't count. Now let's get to the next thing because I'm very excited about this one. LHX. LHX. This chart just, I don't know. I love everything about it. Weekly, how the 14 and 30 SMA responds, the fib levels. I have no clue about this company. I don't care much about the company. All I care about is the charts. I do care about upgrades and downgrades. Any interesting news, not news that is just doesn't, I don't know. I like to focus on what's important, what actually moves the stock. Upgrades, downgrades moves the stock. Something strong when it comes to news about the company itself. But here, the rejection on the 14 SMA on the weekly chart is what gets me. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like one more pullback, maybe a dip below 178. We buy the 190 calls and the 200 calls for July and June. June and July, sorry. I want to see this. I want to see this hold up here. We got, what is that? 5 red weeks. I want to see, I mean, if they can bring this down to 172 and then engulf it and close above 186, that will definitely work out. So I'm looking at the 190s and the 200s and the 210s. 210s for more of August. I mean, just playing off of this, I mean, we can get to 203 in about 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks, actually. 205s. There's no 203 strikes, so there's only 205s, 210, 215s. This one, we're definitely going to be watching very closely. You guys can wait for me or you can jump in when you want. Please do not ask me, when do I feel like I'm getting in? Because that's not how I operate. I operate more on when I feel it's ready. And by using the levels that we have here, that's what we are going to wait for. I definitely would like to see one more test of this 178. So LHX is gonna be our next core. There's another one that I pulled up too. I don't know if I have it here as well. Which one is it? Nope, I took a screenshot of it because my phone wasn't working. I mean my laptop, sorry. Where is it at? I took a lot of screenshots of it. 1 second. And this one that you guys are about to see, you're gonna like it a lot. What is it? No, that's Pru. That's SO. I don't know if it was SO. FedEx. I like FedEx too. Oh my God, I think FedEx is ready. BDC. Was it BDC? I think it was BDC. This chart. I mean, this chart is just self-explanatory. You know, this reminds me of, it reminds me of basically SPY. I feel like this chart moves with SPY only because SPY looks exactly like this chart. Let me get it. Was it BDC 2x2? And this is SPY. So 30 here. Let's put it back to the daily. Daily as well here. This is SPY at the bottom, right? This is SPY at the bottom and BDC at the top. See, SPY's trending, flagging more, definitely higher as opposed to this is actually flagging lower, which is, I still like it regardless. So what I usually do is I like to draw channels. Channels are actually, I prefer channels rather than just using trend lines, like just trend lines to make something up. Like I like to solve, I like ranges. I like to see exactly where the price is focused at as opposed to, hold on, here we go. As you guys can see, my channels have coefficients. You can make it how you want it. I make mine this way because I just like it. I prefer it like this. Activate. I want to get the closing here. I want this to be as clean as possible. Top range. I like to draw my channels inside of closing candles and opening candles. So as you can see, the focus here, candles opens and closes at the bottom. The top, we're using this candle right here. This is a daily, so let's look at the weekly now. This chart is beautiful. I'm sorry. It's due for a vacuum in about 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, if it follows SPY, we can see that happen in 2 weeks. But you always want to buy time. See, now I bring this up now because now we're still in this candle. So let me bring this higher. Top of the candle there. This is the closing candle here. So we're still inside. I was looking at the 150s for June. They're pretty cheap. I mean, the bid and ask is about 100% currently right now, but it'll adjust. The trick is to limit bid and then increase your while keeping your limit bid, open up a new position, like a new limit order bid above your bid. Just this is how you test the spreads. I would never say it's good to market order. I usually market order when I can afford it, and I'll market order with like one contract. But sometimes that doesn't work. You have to do it like 3 times just so it adjusts the bid and ask. That used to be a way how I used to adjust the bid and ask, and then it just got annoying. But I want you guys to just definitely study this chart. I don't have any current intraday levels yet, but I will have them up tomorrow. You guys see where the price resides. Orange bar, price has been closing above that and bouncing off of it. So 145.66. Break above 149.83. Targeting 152.14. 161.90. So 160s, we can look at either August, If there's an August expiry. Oh, and it's not BDC. But we're going to keep that there. It was, oh my God. Here it is. EQUIX. This chart, I don't know. I was brainstorming a lot with this one too. Clean. Like, this is amazing. It's been inside though. I mean, where it's currently closed outside, came right back inside, then came down, touched the 14 SMA here at 637. I haven't even done an extension on this one. This is definitely due for new all-time highs. See, so this is more of a long-term extension as opposed to the first extension that I drew to the right. That's a shorter-term extension. And then the long-term still lines up. So the short one that I just recently did, I'll do it again. And then after I do that extension, I add that extension in there, I go into the next time frame down. The next shortest time frame. So since we're in the weekly, I want to go down to the daily, but the best thing to do is go down to the 4 hour. Just go straight to that. You can see everything much clearer. Nice flag here. Everything's different when you change the time frames. I definitely call this an H4 bull flag. As you can see, your target would be 700. So I was looking at, oh my God, I don't know what chart this is, but it was like, I think they're like under $10. Nope, found it. They're expensive. These premiums are expensive, but where it's at currently right now, this thing can go, right now it's currently, it's the, what is it? The June 2700 calls. They're trading at $9 with 100% spread, 660 by 12. And I like them because the highs on these calls were $50. Previous week prior to this, they were trading at around 35 to 30. And they all just bounced off the 14 SMA this week. So I'm looking at 35 in the next 2 weeks. Plus these are Junes. So we have time. I think we'll have 3 weeks starting. Well, by this week is the 29th. Then we have 3 weeks on top of it. So we have 3 weeks to get there. So I want you guys to just keep this one in mind for tomorrow. I'm definitely going to get rid of some PEP I need like at least 5 of these contracts. I definitely want 5 of these contracts for the EQIX. But those are the 2s that I wanted to add to it going into tomorrow.